we'll start out. What do you hope to get accomplished? So there are a lot of things you still have to answer in terms of lineup things and things like that. You'll be working through tomorrow.
No, not really. We just need to play. You play against each other every day, and everybody knows everything that everybody's going to do, and you get tired of getting fouled by the same people. So it's just nice to play somebody different.
Did you bring up last year's exhibition game with any of these guys?
They know.
No need?
I don't think so. I mean, if there is, then we got problems.
Second year, you're going to be going up against some players and a graduate assistant. What was it going to be like for you to go up against Joe and Rob? Have you been talking to those guys heading into this?
No, I mean, they come down. I mean, I see them, but no, we really haven't talked about it. I haven't mentioned it really with those two. Talk to the head coach, and I guess, they're going to probably play a lot of man-to-man. So it's good for us. We need to practice.
Joe Mazzola said several times that he thinks you two are a lot alike.
God, I hope not.
So we'd ask if you agree.
I think there's people who would say that maybe we played the same way. And that's probably true. I mean, both of us just trying to find a way to get on the floor and be productive when we got on the floor.
Is that personality, that those characteristics relate to coaching, translate over?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the gym, I mean, I was crawling around picking up paper cups and trying to put enough of them together to make a ball out of it, I was actually born when my dad played, so I was in the gym then, and obviously I was in the gym the whole time he coached, and I was around him the whole time that he ran his basketball camp until the NCAA passed a rule that I wasn't allowed to work it anymore, which was a rule I really agreed with, by the way. But, I honestly don't know as much about Joe's background, but I mean, I've been in the gym since I can remember. Something, you have to learn something,
Yeah.
You would hope, maybe.
Specifically with your team in this one, I mean, Dennis says it's not to make an impression, it's to continue to do preparation. What are the things that you hope to get out of them in this one, or work on that maybe you just need another team to go against?
I think we need another team to go against. I mean, they're obviously they're going to know what we do, but it's hard to run offense against guys that know everything that's going to happen. So we're not as sharp offensively as we need to be. We really need a lot of work on our offense. I think we've made a lot of progress defensively. At least I hope we have. Really the only other time was a scrimmage that we had. And what we do is a lot more complicated, I think, than what a lot of people do, because a lot of times it's kind of like football has a quarterback who makes the decisions. The way we play with everybody touching the ball and everybody having to pass the ball and everybody having to make decisions, we have a tendency to have a lot of guys who have to make decisions. So I think the more work we get with those guys having to make decisions, trying to work with their understanding of what's supposed to happen, who's supposed to come open first, what their first look is, what their second look is, what their third look is it's hard to do that when the defense knows pretty much everything you're going to do, and not just that, but they know tendencies so well.
I'm sure it doesn't matter at this point. Maybe it won't even for a few weeks into the season, but do you have in your mind any idea of who you'd like to get out there as a starting five, maybe a group that has done best together in practice, anything like that?
I think what we've talked to them about is we, hopefully we have the luxury we can play, 10 or 12 guys. So what we've talked to him about is play as hard as you can play for as long as you can play, and then come out and get a rest, and I'll put you back in. And if you don't play as hard as I think you ought to play, then I'm going to take you out, and you're probably not going to get back in. So, I think when you play that way, and it's kind of an old cliche, but really it matters who finishes the game. The guys that you want on the floor to win the game. So, and honestly, I don't think with a lot of these guys it makes all that much difference. I mean, I think everybody likes to kind of run out there and get their name called to start, but I think most of them understand how important it is that they play minutes and play quality minutes.
Bob, you've had this group for a while now. At least I think you could have an idea of who can do what. And I understand, like, once the season starts, you really can't tell what happens. But as far as tomorrow, is there anything that can get answered? Like, are there questions you want to see answered out there in the game, or is it still that evolution?
We want to play faster, which means that we're going to probably take maybe more early shots than what we took before. But you still have to take quality shots, and you still have to take shots that you have a chance to rebound. So we're still trying to work through that, and I think sometimes when you say we're going to play fast and you get in the half-court situation where it's 5-on-5, you really have to take quality shots, and you have to take shots you can rebound. And we've had a hard time, I think, differentiating between the two. We've burped up too many early shots that we had no chance to rebound, and they really weren't quality shots. So that's something that since the scrimmage, we've tried to work on, and we're still in the process, I think, of defining roles. We've got guys, if they dribble, they're going to turn it over. That probably translates into don't dribble, So I think we're still in the process of defining roles and getting guys to do. The whole thing is to do, and the reason I think the stuff that we run so good is there's something there for everybody. I mean, obviously, over the years, guys like Deshaun can do more than some other guys can do because their skill level and because of their understanding of how to play. But there's something for everybody. Whether it's, we can pick and roll, we can back screen, we can down screen, or we can cross screen. We got guys that are good at curling, we got guys that are good at fading. So the whole battle is to get them to do what they're good at doing and stay away from all the things that they can't do. And I think everybody thinks I got to show them I can do this. Well, the worst thing you can do is show what you can't do. And in most situations, when guys want to go out and show how rounded their game is, they're just letting everybody know all the things that they can't do. And we've got to do a better job, I think, of defining that.
Along that line, the three-point guards, are they different? I mean, are they each have a niche? Is that how you look at it, things they can and can't do?
Yeah, I think if you ask me today, I think Jabari's shooting the ball on the perimeter a lot better than what the other two are at this point in time. And Gary's more of a power guy. He's more of he's more of a Joe Mazzulla type of guy. He's more power the ball to the rim, where the other two are more out-quick people to the rim, beat them with their speed and with their ball skills, where Gary's just going to try to put you on his shoulder and take you where he wants you to go. So they're a lot different, I think.
And Steve in between the two?
He's better on the open floor. He makes a lot better decisions on the open floor. Jabari still, I think we shouldn't forget that this last year was the first time he'd ever played point guard, where Wani's played point guard since he started dribbling basketball. So obviously his skill set and his mentality should be a whole lot different than what Jabari's is.
With the way Jabari's shooting the ball, how does his role change this season for you guys?
We're going to throw the ball to whichever one's open and tell them push it as fast as they can up the floor. So they're both going to end up having the ball, but I think probably in 5-on-5 situations, I would think Wani would initiate the ball more than what Jabari would. Jabari probably would be a little more off the ball. But hopefully we can get people where we're not playing 5-on-5 all the time. That's the whole goal is we can play with numbers. We can play 5-on-4, 4-on-3, or 3-on-2 or something, you know. Hopefully 1-on-0 a lot, but that probably won't happen. But
Am I reading Staten wrong, or is he, with some kids, you send them out for the night or send them home for the day, and you don't know whether they're coming back tomorrow or what's going to happen. He doesn't seem like the kind of kid that you worry about getting in trouble or doing things. I mean, he seems pretty pretty well led.
Bob, in all honesty, I have very, very few I worry about them getting in trouble. I mean, we really have good kids, It's kind of like Bob Semino said when we got Jabari. He said, you may well have gotten the 3 best player people that have ever come out of Mount Vernon, and Lowe's and KJ and Jabari. I mean, we've got good people. They're good guys. I mean, I don't really worry about issues. The big thing for us is being 15 minutes late for study hall. So, which shouldn't happen, but that's better than some of the alternatives I've had over the years.
I was going to say, it doesn't always